be open in about 5 or 6, 7 weeks. You know how it goes in New York. So the restaurant that I work at is a Latin American restaurant, and I wanted to kind of do a tour of different types of food. And the first course I wanted to start out with was a ceviche, and the ceviches are something that a lot of people always ask questions about. You know, how long do you do it? Is the salt what kind of fish? And it's a really simple, I think, preparation, and you just have to kind of know how to do it. And today's ceviche, we have some local fish. It's called tilefish. It gets caught off the coast of Long Island, and this is a golden tilefish. So it's a it's a remarkable fish because it eats a steady diet of crabs and crustaceans and really sweet stuff. So it should be really good. And so we just kind of chunk it up, and you can't really cut. If you cut it too small, sometimes it overcooks and it flakes. And what I like to do with this ceviche is a very quick cure. It only takes about 5-6 minutes to make. A lot of people make it, they put it in the refrigerator, eat it the next day, and then it's just completely translucent and it gets pasty. So this is kind of, you really want to use really fresh, good eating, sweet quality fish. So to start, the process is just some salt.
You'd like an assistant?
Yeah.
No, not me. Would anyone like to assist this evening?
Yeah, so that's right. Come on up. Let's get all.
All right, well.
Let's get all experiential.
It's like blue pizza all over again.
So we're not using any appliances to cook this. We're just using salt. So you really want to use almost a lot of salt, and that's what gets that cooking kind of going here.
Yeah.
So we're just going to stir the salt so it coats everything. Now there's a lot of arguments of where ceviche comes from, and I'll tell you where I think it comes from. It comes from Peru, and the Peruvians aren't the people who invented, you know, preserving their fish, but they're the ones who invented ceviche as we know it, with using salt and citric acid to cook the fish. So the name of the liquid that you use to cook the fish, come on, just keep stirring, keep stirring. Just stir, get in there.
There we go.
So you really want to just wait until that salt dissolves, and at that point we have a cooking liquid here. And the cooking liquid is called leche de tigre, which is the tiger's milk, okay? And typically what you do is after you make that ceviche, the leftover liquid, you reserve that liquid, put it in a shot glass, and you drink it. It has certain potencies. So they say. So the leche de tigre that we've made here today is made with lime juice, with some pureed fish, ginger, garlic, and a little bit of onion. That's good. So now it's all dissolved. So once the salt kind of dissolves, you're just going to add that leche de tigre, and there's a kind of a chunk of ice in there. And you always want to work with very cold fish. So when you put that ice in there, now you can just kind of let that sit.
More stirring?
You give it, gentle stirring now. Yeah, because we don't want to.
I'll do my figure of 8 before.
The figure of 8? That's okay. So, with most of the ceviches that you see, this would be a very typical ceviche. So it gets its yellow color from a chili called ají amarillo. And ají amarillo is a tropical chili fruit that grows in South America. And we've just taken it and made a paste out of it. So we're going to add our onions right to it.
Wow.
And kind of stir that. And then we're gonna make it a little spicy with some green chilies.
Yeah.
Just a few. They're not too hot. And then we kind of want to just let this sit for a minute and let it get kind of translucent. And when you go to Peru, this is basically, they'll serve it just like this. So it's basically raw fish dressed in that liquid. We have some specific. So I just want to check the seasoning. I gotta taste it first. If it's no good, I can't take it. You want to try that down? Try it. You're fine. Take my spoon back. So that's it. It's seasoned pretty good. Should almost be a little bit salty because when you bite into the fish, it's gonna kind of mellow out. We're gonna this in for a couple minutes. Now, in the wintertime, it's more like spring right now with the weather, but we have some great citrus coming, and these are called blood oranges. The blood oranges have kind of like a slightly bitter tone to them. They have almost like a pomegranate flavor. These are called moros, and we're just going to put those in there with the juice. And then we're going to give it one stir, and then it's ready to serve. So I'm done.
Okay, cool.